Saturday NASCAR race day revs up in Thunder Valley before NASCAR's best battle in the bull ring. Tune in as JR, Kenny, Kyle, Wendy, and Hermie give you the ultimate setup to the world's fastest half-mile NASCAR race day, built by the Home Depot Saturday at 5 Eastern, live on Speed. You know, there's a lot of natural springs around the Bristol area. There was an incident on pit road, I think, involving one of those natural springs. Fireman, whoa, take a look.
And probably no damage to anybody, right?
I wouldn't think. I mean, that's inside of pit wall. Nobody's got to be involved in this. Yeah. Oh, maybe our own Hermie Sadler. Sorry, Hermie.
Well, I had a lot of information I was getting ready to share with everybody at home. No more. My notes are done, so I'm going by ear the rest of the night. I need a bathing suit.
Oh, it's a tough night. Tough night.
Elliott gets spun out. Hermie gets showered upon. Rough little patch here for the Sadler brothers.
Sadlers are taking it. Just glad Wyatt wasn't around. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. It's Kevin Harvick once again out in front of Jason White. Harvick will start on the outside. Jason White on the inside as they come out of turn number 4. Row 2. Brendan Gaughan, Todd Bodine. Green flag goes back in the air.
Good jump again by Kevin Harvick. Clears Jason White. Todd goes way up the racetrack.
His teammate Brendan Gaughan looks to the inside. Now he'll tuck in behind, running in the 4th spot. James Busher, what a run he had in the 31 to move up to the 5th spot.
He's got to clear that 22 of Joey Coulter. Not able to do it yet. Drives it hard down in the corner.
Todd wandering up to the high side of the track was a huge break for Jason White. He was able to stay on that inside and get the 2nd spot. Sometimes you get freight trained if you get stepped down on the bottom.
Just like James Busher potentially could do right here.
James Busher really running hard at the bottom of the racetrack.
Joey Coulter hanging tough there. Look at them lined up on the outside like vultures to try to get by that 31 truck.
James Busher trying to find a spot to move up the racetrack. Amazing that you say that at Bristol, but Joey Coulter on the outside of him now. Right.
Well, guys, Joey Coulter came on the radio and said, my truck is getting better and better on the longer runs. He was a little bit loose, but as that fuel burns off, he really likes the way the momentum is carrying him off that high side.
Everybody, most of the field pitted on lap number 54. We heard Bruce Cook say they needed 8 more caution laps. Well, he's got those 8 laps. We've had 32 caution laps since that lap 54 pit stop by most of the guys. The only 2 trucks I'm worried about are Jay White and Parker Kligerman, who both pitted on lap number 32. But I think we've even had enough for them.
And I think we're going to have more. Bristol's got her teeth back, baby. She's biting these guys tonight. Our stars are biting. We've had an undercard. What's next?
Well, Kevin Harvick, who last ran here in 2004, the year before that, had a dominant race. Looked as though he was going to win, and he had the problem of never winning from any racetrack other than Phoenix at that time. It looked like he was only going to be able to win on the flat mile racetrack of Phoenix. Well, he came here, looked dominant, led over 100 of the laps here in this race, and blew a tire on the last lap and enabled Travis Quaffle to get by him.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was going to win. He was going to win. Coming off of turn 4, coming for the white, he cut down that tire.
You know why we have such a tight points battle in the Truck Series? Because of that. There they are. There's our top 4 points, and they're all glommed right together.
31 of Busher running in the 6th spot. Peters is 7th. Austin Dillon 8th. Johnny Sauter 9th.
All within 10 points, Michael, of each other. Our chase has begun. 10 races to go this season. We have our chase.
Yeah, we don't have to reset the points
No
here.
reset.
We're so tight. We just go into 10 races to go and see who can come out on top. All 4 of our point leaders right together.
Running nose to tail around Bristol Motor Speedway.
James has scooted away from him a little bit, Phil. Looks like Timothy might be holding up Sauter and Dillon.
Austin's been trying to make the move on the bottom, hasn't been able to clear Timothy yet.
Timothy running through the middle of the racetrack. Austin Dillon trying to hug the apron, get some grip down low. and looks like he's gaining a little position on that 17.
What Austin's doing right now, if he can gain a couple feet a straightaway, if he can just gain a couple feet, eventually he'll get the 20 feet it's going to take to clear that truck.
But it's so hard, Phil. You can see he gains a couple feet, and then he loses 4 or 5. Running that low road is just so difficult. You eventually have to, as these laps wind down, start crowding people, leaning on them a little bit. We saw how mad Elliott Sadler got at Kyle Busch for leaning on him earlier in the race. The same thing will happen at the end.
67 laps of racing remain from Bristol Motor Speedway. Kevin Harvick has a 1-second lead over Jason White. Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway, the O'Reilly 200. 142 laps in the book. 143 laps in the books now. 57 to go. They go that fast.
Before
I can't get a complete sentence out, and they've already completed a lap.
I'm going to tell you, this place messes me up a little bit. I mean, it's all packed in so tightly. It makes me nervous.
Kevin Harvick out in front. He has a 0.7 of a second lead over Jason White. Brendan Gaughan has taken third away from Todd Bodine, as has James Buescher, who now moves up to fourth. Bodine back to fifth.
Great battle right there. There's Todd Bodine, that 5 Valvoline truck in fifth, and that 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th right behind him. These guys have been side by side trying to get by each other for the last number of laps.
And you know, James Buescher was in the middle of that pack a minute ago. He scooted away from those guys, and as we run on the track now, he's grabbed the point lead. That's how quickly things change with these guys.
They're actually tied. He and Johnny Sauter right now are tied for the point lead.
Well, he hasn't grabbed it yet then, has he?
He's grabbed a share of it.
Little smoke coming out of the 66 of Ross Chastain. When I say a little smoke out of the 66, that's quite a bit less than when it caught fire when we were in Pocono.
Heavy traffic in front of Kevin Harvick. Josh Richards in the 51, Johanna Long in the 20. They were running side by side right in front of Kevin.
And look who's coming. That's Jason White, the next truck back. He can see the leader, Kevin Harvick, up there working through that lap traffic. Jason's fast, guys.
Difficulty for Harvick to get through the lap traffic allows the 23 of Jason White to close the gap. The 62 of Brendan Gaughan in that South Point Hotel and Casino Toyota Tundra moving up. He's in the third spot, 1.8 seconds back from race leader Kevin Harvick. Now the field spread out all the way around this half-mile racetrack.
But there's action everywhere, Rick. There we are, 3 wide for our second place driver. Ricky Carmichael's truck's wounded on the bottom, and Jason White had to charge in there and go way up the hill.
50 laps of racing to go. Kevin Harvick has a 1-second lead over Jason White. White will now have to work through the traffic to catch up to Harvick once again.
We talk about track position being important at this racetrack. This is a beautiful example of that. Johnny Sauter looks to have a really fast truck, but he's not able to make the pass on Austin Dillon.
We talked about Kevin Harvick and being able to make it to the end now that he had enough caution laps. Remember, Jason White came onto pit road on lap 32. So he has another 22 laps less fuel than Kevin Harvick does.
And there's been 38 laps since that lap 32 pit stop.
Under caution. So you get 2 laps for 1 under caution, maybe even a little more than that.
At this racetrack.
Yes.
Still stretching it, but a possibility that he could make it all the way to the checker.
I think they can, even from lap 32. And I think all the guys that pitted on 54, which is the majority of the field, I think they're really good to go.
Brendan Gaughan, James Buescher battling for the third spot. Brendan Gaughan just in front of that 31.
See that battle for 7th on the right side of your screen. Johnny Sauter's been able to get by Austin Dillon. Now he's going after Timothy Peters. He's been doing it the hard way on the bottom. You see Joey Coulter now side by side with Todd Bodine. That is a battle for position for the 5th spot.
But what I love most about Sauter's truck, he can go really low. Did you see him off 2 over there? He was almost down off the concrete. He's not trying to crowd up and get that spot. He's just trying to drive on the bottom like that right there and take it away.
Watch this now, right side of your screen. It looks like Austin Dillon may have got really close to the outside wall. See if he makes any contact. He does. Incidental contact. Won't matter at all.
You don't want to get your right front fender into the wall here. You need that downforce on those front tires. But getting the right rear into it, I don't think hurts that much.
At Bristol, that's short track racing. He just brushed the wall.
Yeah, just a incidental touch.
Side by side still for Coulter and Bodine.
This is an impressive run for Johnny Sauter, though, driving around those guys he's battling in the points.
Comes Johnny Sauter moving up into the mix.
Laps are winding down now. Just 43 laps to go. Johnny Sauter trying to get some more of those points and positions.
I would have to say this repeatedly, but Johnny Sauter has the point lead now. But it swaps every lap just about.
They're separated by 2 points. There are 17 on the lead lap, and Harvick is out in front. Our Just for Men mustache and beard keep your edge. One of the hardest places to keep your edge is on a short track, and especially here at Bristol. How about the 24 of Elliott Sadler?
Made contact with 18 of Kyle Busch, thought he was clear, got pinched in the wall, then he retaliated, turned Elliott around. You see the damage to the left rear corner of that truck, but he's hung in there.
Elliott says, I haven't done anything wrong. Why are you spinning me out?
Just for Men mustache and beard, keep your edge. And Elliott Sadler still trying to hang on to a good finish here. He's running in the 13th spot now. He's 8.6 seconds back from Kevin Harvick. The other one involved in that issue, well, he's sitting in his truck, still strapped in as they continue to work on the 18 truck in the garage. Just 31 laps to go from Bristol. Stay with us.